Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Today, we are back in Winterspring, and we are going to continue our journey here, probably for one more episode, and then we are going to go to the Dark Portal and start our journey in Outland. So let's go pick up a quest here, guys. Hammer time. I think he's right over here. Lilith the Lith.
I haven't got.
Don't get too close, Pexelgix. I'm liable to fumble and bash your brains open with the face of my hammer.
Trust no one.
The three of us have been arguing for weeks over whose weapons are superior. I won't let anyone tell me my maces are second best. Kilram's axes and Cyril's swords could never match the pure strength of my craft. I'm tired of arguing. It's time to show those two I'm right with a demonstration. If you would, dear, head outside and tell Dee's rock snitch that I need the biggest boulder he can find.
Do not seek.
Good old Dee's rock snitch.
Time is money, friend.
I specialize in two things: taking tiny things and making them blow up into huge things, and making huge things fit into itty-bitty places. Which one do you need today? Lilith wants a boulder moved inside the observatory, eh? That's my business, Consolidated Materials. I usually don't get individual buyers, but hey, I won't ask questions.
Keep it real.
If you want to get a boulder in there, you can use my own patented boulder in a box. Normally, I just sell you one up front, but I'm fresh out of materials. Earth elementals have been popping up on the peak directly south of town. They're a good source of rubble. If you bring me back a good amount, I'll pay you for the restock, and I'll throw in a boulder in a box absolutely free.
Glad I could help.
All right, well, let's go do these quests. We got to go south. And I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward, I know I keep saying this, but I'm looking forward to Classic Fresh. It's going to be fun. And we're going to get the best of both worlds, guys. That is one thing I can guarantee. We're going to be playing Alliance and Horde. I'm just going to split it up between the hardcore and the hardcore and the fresh part, because I'm going to play both. Now I'll keep you guys updated. I'll tell you guys what I plan on doing at the moment. My things might change, but I plan on going Alliance for Classic Fresh, and I think we will probably go Horde for hardcore. So I haven't gone Horde hardcore yet, so it would be cool to check that out. My two hardcore playthroughs on the channel have been Human Warrior and a Night Elf Rogue, so it'd be cool to check out hardcore from the Horde side this time around. And I also played Horde during the 2019 Classic. I wonder if we can jump over here. There we go. Perfect. So this time around, it'd be cool to play Alliance. Keeps everything, you know, sort of like a fresh new experience almost. So my main faction should be Alliance, I think, for Classic Fresh. Well, that's the plan at the moment. Oh, we got Elemental Earth. I didn't know these guys dropped that. It's actually a good thing to farm. It's usually worth quite a bit in vanilla. I forget what it crafts, but I remember farming a lot of it. It's actually a decent farm for warriors. You just go around and farm Elemental Earth and sell it. It's always tough to find, you know, like good farms for warriors, but Elemental Earth farm is a good one. can actually do it out in Blasted Lands as well. And the Badlands. Badlands has a good Elemental Earth farm. It's probably the best one. You could also farm Elemental Earth in Maradon. I remember a warrior in our guild doing that quite a bit.
Yo!
Rubble trouble.
Keep it real.
You got that rubble?
Glad
Looks
I
like a
could
good
help.
amount. Here's your pay as promised.
Right back.
Here you go, as promised. 1 boulder in a box. Lilith was asking for this, wasn't she? She's my only customer.
Glad I could help.
All right, so let's have a chat with Lilith here.
I'm listening. Embrace
Oh, it's you
the
again.
shadow.
Where's that boulder?
Dark lady,
Oh, you
watch
actually
over
brought the
you.
boulder? I'm a bit surprised. Stand back and witness the pinnacle of craftsmanship.
Goodbye.
Oh. Joe, look at that. Oh, she's smashing that boulder.
What you want?
See, nothing beats the crushing power of my hammers. Killram boasts. So, does any of them have an axe? Yeah, the troll does.
Stay away from the voodoo.
Pa. Crude and clumsy is all I see. You need more than just strength. My axes are just as strong as Lilith's maces, but so sharp. I can cut through a tree in one chop. You heard me, one chop. And I'll prove it, too. Here in front of everyone. Go ask Deez if he can get a tree in here.
Be careful.
Alright, so let's go have a chat with Deez.
Talk to me. Keep it real.
They want a tree now? Let's see what I got.
Right back.
I deal in small timber plenty and full trees. That's a novelty item, kind of like those boulders. Maybe you can do me another favor. Just west of town, there's a grove of trees overlooking Lake Caltharel. I don't know if it's the spooks there or all the elf magic junk strewn around this place, but we've been getting Trents and Lashers wandering around there recently. They're making it a real pain to chop wood over there, so why don't you chop some of them? Bring the wood from the Trents back here.
Glad I could help.
All right. So this is a new quest, I think. I don't remember this quest in vanilla. I think this was introduced in Cataclysm, this quest chain. And I'm interested to see if if classic fresh will be considered rush. I think some people are saying it's going to be too fast. Like how fast we're going to go through vanilla. Because right now they have TBC coming out in either like winter of 2026 or spring of 2026. So that would give us like a year and I would say 3 to 6 months of vanilla. Now, the last time I played, we got a year and I believe nine months. Because TBC came out 2021 of, I think, June 1st. And Classic came out August 2019, so it was like a year and 10 months, pretty much. Or year, no, it was a year and 9 because it was like the end of August when Classic began in 2019. And a year and 9 months actually felt like a long time. There's a lot of downtime. But I think if they make it like a year and 6 months, that should give people enough time to, like, you know, level up their characters and do all the raiding and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be too rushed at all. There's some pretty special events that we got to do too, like the AQ40, like opening the gates of Encourage. Like, that's a pretty big event. And then also the Scourge invasion before Naxxramas. I think as long as we get at least like 3 months of AQ40 and 3 months of Nax, that should be more than enough. And supposedly Blackwing Lair, which is the second raid. in vanilla is going to be coming out in the spring of 2025. So that's like 5 to 6 months from now. Which I think is more than enough time. And another reason why people think it's rushed is because they announce it and then a week later it's launched. So people, it kind of just it's like hitting everybody in the face like really fast. But it's I think it's a good idea for them to release it soon, because it keeps the hype going, right? Like if they said like, yeah, in a month we're releasing it, I think the hype might die down. Because I don't expect this launch to be as hype as the 2019 one, right? Because people were waiting like what, 15 plus years for this launch, or maybe I'd say a decade for like a vanilla fresh server. And when was the last time we had when was the last time vanilla came out? It was like 4.5 years ago. And we've had multiple like fresh versions, I guess, from hardcore, right? And then you had Sod, which is sort of like vanilla, but it's not really. But I don't think they like I think what I'm trying to say is I think they needed to release it fast to keep the hype going. So I think they're doing the right thing by just, saying we're releasing this in a week, guys. Get ready. Because people have been waiting for quite a while. I think the classic community has been asking for fresh TBC and fresh vanilla for quite a while now. And it's good that they delivered on that. And we're also getting fresh hardcore, which is awesome as well.
What's up? Hurry back!
Show me the lumber.
Real.
Not a bad haul. Maybe we should look into growing those Trents instead. All right, so we got a plate helmet here. Looks pretty good, but not as good as the one we have. But we'll take it anyways.
Glad I could help.
Here you go. 1 instant super grow Insta-tree made with 80% natural ingredients. No roots, no muss, no fuss. Just give it to Killram and make sure he stands the heck back when he uses
Hurry
it.
back!
Greetings.
Tree delivery. Chop chop.
Spirits.
All right, stand back now and watch what a true quality weapon can do.
Be seeing ya.
Why flail around when all you need is just one chop?
What can I do for you?
Back off or I'll cut you in half.
Have a good one.
Cyril's boast. Brutes and amateurs. It doesn't matter how sharp or heavy your weapon is if all it's good for is hacking like an ogre. I could go on and on about finesse and speed and balance and control, but it's easier to one-up these fools. Tell Deez we've got one more order up for him. I need a block of ice.
Talk to me! Keep it real!
Oh, it's you again. I'm so surprised.
Glad I could help!
Ice this time? Oh boy. Sure, I've got good news and bad news for you. The good news is there's a bunch of pure solid ice over in the Ice Thistle Hills cavern straight east from Everlook. The bad news is there's also a bunch of vicious yetis in there. But if you can handle the yeti, hey, piece of cake. Just walk right up to the bigger chunks and crack them open with your weapon. Bring it all back to me and I'll do my
Keep it
thing.
real!
All right, so we had a few more quests here.
What's
Pick
up?
these up. I'll get the last laugh they'll see. Oh, hi warrior. I didn't see you there.
Pleasure doing
Are we there,
business with
Yeti?
ya.
My friends are always coming up with great ideas. I've never felt like I could match them until today. I just drew up the plans for something great. If you promise not to tell, I'll let you in on the secret. I'm going to make a mechanical Yeti. Not only are my friends sure to be freaked out when they see it, but when they get over that, I know they'll be impressed. I need thick Yeti fur from the Ice Thistle Yeti. There's plenty of them in the Ice Thistle Hills to the southeast.
Careful out there.
The
You
perfect
wanna
horns. I can't make a Yeti without horns. I've been looking for what seems like forever for the perfect set of horns, and no horn I find is good enough. But just the other day, I saw the biggest Yeti in Winter Spring. I named him Ice Womp. His horns are the ones I've been looking for. He lurks all the way in the back of the cave along the eastern ridge of Ice Thistle Hills. Bring me his horns, but be sure to check on Echo Tree along the way.
back. Have a good one.
Echo 3. A lot of goblins have been going missing out there in the Ice Thistle Hills. I was almost one of them. I had the idea to set up a sensor to tell us when the Yeti were getting close to Everlook. Of course, it's not working either. There's Yeti all over the hills, and I haven't heard a peep from it. Would you mind checking on it for me? It might still be flexible. Echo 3's set up to the southeast on the edge of Ice Thistle Hills. Don't ask what happened to Echo 1 and 2.
Be good.
Alright, guys. That's quite a bit of quests over here that we get to do. And I think we'll probably get level 58 after we complete these. And I've been trying to keep up with the RTS Warcraft 3 battle chest stuff. I know I haven't played the game yet or started a playthrough on the channel. But supposedly the Warcraft 3 community is upset with the update that that Blizzard came out with. So Warcraft 3 Reforged came out in 2020, right? And like the Warcraft 3 community I don't know, they didn't like it. I think they thought the models were not made correctly. They didn't like the Battle.net online system that was created. Pretty much all, they were pretty much upset with the quality of Reforged, right? Strange life forces. When this creature died, some sort of energy was released from its body. The energy was passed on to you, and now you feel somewhat stronger. According to Winter Spring locals, Witch Dr. Marari at the Snowden Chalet is an expert in wildlife of the area. She might know something about this mysterious energy. Okay. But yeah, they were upset, right, in 2020, and that's why they came out with this update and the battle chest for Warcraft 1, remastered, and also Warcraft 2 remastered. And then they updated Warcraft 3, right? And supposedly they're not happy again with what Blizzard came out with, and that's too bad. It seems like Blizzard just can never get it right with that community. And what I've heard is that the campaign, that the community does a better job, supposedly, with Warcraft 3 than the actual Blizzard, than the actual people at Blizzard working on the game. Like, some people believe that. Then I can see why. The people who've been working on the community part of Warcraft 3, they do it out of passion, right, for the game, and they're obviously listening, I would assume, to the community probably more than the people at Blizzard, right? Because they're a part of it. And I was looking at it, and supposedly the community does multiplayer better than what Blizzard has to offer. They have their own multiplayer called War 3 Champions, which is separate from Battle.net, and supposedly it does a better job than what Blizzard is offering at the moment, even after the update. There's also people who have created like different models for the item logos like this, So there's like item logos in the game. You pick up items like Boots of Speed and stuff like that. And supposedly the community makes better logos and models for, and also like player models. They make their own player models, and supposedly it looks better, or the community likes them more than what Blizzard has done. There's also community created campaigns. They made Reforged, which is another version of the campaign that the community made, and also Chronicles of the Second War. And then supposedly their hotkey system is better than what Blizzard is offering, even after like 5 years. Almost 5 years, right? Which is insane. It seems like they're just like kind of at odds with each other. And I honestly think the Warcraft 3 community and Blizzard are probably the most at odds out of all Blizzard games. Like, I thought the WoW community was upset with Blizzard, but it seems like the Warcraft community is probably the most upset. The thing is, you can't make everybody happy, right? You know, not everyone's going to be happy with what you put out. Someone's always going to have something negative to say. But when there's just that many negatives, then, you know, something has to be done. And I think that's why they came out with, like, an updated version of Warcraft 3 Reforged, because they just knew that they needed to make things right. But the sad thing is I guess they didn't. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not too sure what everyone thinks about. I haven't really looked into Warcraft 1 and 2 because I didn't want to ruin it for myself. I've never really played much. I don't really remember playing much of Warcraft 1 and 2 because I was like really young when that came out. I might have played like a little bit, but I never like went through the entire campaign like I did with Warcraft 3. So I'm kind of just saving that for like a blind playthrough. And I don't really want to see what the Warcraft community, Warcraft RTS community has to say about that, because I assume they might be upset with that as well. But we'll see. See what happens. But at least they got their own team, right? That's a positive. You know, there's a team at Blizzard focused on making things right. So at least they got that, right? It's a 20-plus-year-old game. It's sort of like what we're playing here. And they still have a community helping them out with it, or trying to, at least. Echo 3. Part of this machine is still moving, but on closer inspection, it's been severely manhandled. The metal is dented and cracked, and there's huge footprints in the snow all around it. In fact, it sounds like something's approaching right now. Oh, we just got captured by a giant yeti. Hit the icicle to break free. Okay, there we go. There's Ice Swamp. I don't remember this at all. It's kind of cool that we didn't have to, I guess, travel in here. We just got brought inside the cave. And there we go. We got the horns, guys. Let's fight our way out of here. And yeah, they're going to bring back player housing, guys. Just found out about this as well in retail. So the War Within, supposedly player housing is going to be coming back to the game for the next expansion, which is Midnight. And it's not going to be like the first time they tried player housing, which was a complete fail with garrisons. It's going to be a little more, I guess, just more like a house than a city, because that's kind of what garrisons felt like. It wasn't really like player housing. It's like they gave you your own Ogre Mar to hang out in, and that was kind of the problem with garrisons in Warlords of Draenor. So what these houses are going to be like, I assume it's just going to be like a nice little home and maybe an instance-based, you know, home inside of a city, right? I hope it's inside of a city and you can still like look outside and see everybody running around Orgrimmar or, you know, Stormwind or Ironforge, wherever you want to live, right? That'd be kind of cool. And in your home, you'll have like, you know, your mounts and trinkets and your achievements and just cool stuff to look at. People will be able to collect furniture, supposedly, and decorations and stuff like that. So I think it'll be pretty good. It'll be much better than garrisons. And you won't be able to craft in there, I assume. Because that is what made garrisons bad, is that people really didn't need to leave their garrison, ever. They never had to go to a major city. So the major cities were completely abandoned. No one would go to them. They would just hang out in their garrisons all day and do everything from their garrison. So I assume this time around it's going to be more focused on... It's just a cool place to hang out and, like, I guess look at your achievements, pretty much. See how it goes. It just gives the players some more stuff to collect. I guess, like furniture and things like that. Nice, let's get all this solid ice here, guys. And it's going to be instance-based, I assume. I remember playing Elder Scrolls Online for a little bit, like a long time ago. And I was checking out their player housing. And it was instance-based. I never got a house because I didn't play that much. But I did get a house in New World. I assume it might be like New World too, where you just like get houses in towns and you can decorate them. I remember getting a house in New World and we decorated it a little bit during that playthrough. And it's just a place you can just, you know, hang out. And you would store stuff there. There'd be like a chest for you to put stuff in. Like, that's something they could add too, you know? Gives you... Just, you know, takes away from the bank, I guess, a little bit. But gives you a place to store some items. The games that I think do player housing the best, well, the game that I played that I think that I thought player housing was really cool was Tibia, because your house was actually a part of the world. It wasn't instanced. So, for example, say you would go into Orgrimmar, you would walk by somebody's house and you would see, like, I don't know, like the head of Onyxia and like all the like bosses they've killed, like cool armor they've collected, and you'd walk by and be like, oh, that's Pexelgix's house, right? And to get like that type of real estate in Orgrimmar, it costs quite a bit. So there would be a bidding war to get it, and then you have to pay rent to keep the house. And if you stop paying rent, you lose the house and it goes back on the market, and then people can have a bidding war to get it again, right? And I just thought that was just a way better way to have player housing, because it just felt more like a world, right? You're not just like teleporting into like this instance place that's outside of the world, which is considered your house. Like, your house is a part of the world. And the game actually has a real estate market, which is pretty cool. Thing is, WoW can't do that because there's like imagine how big Orgrimmar would have to be for them to have enough houses for everybody. Or just like imagine all the cities, right? There would have to be homes here in Everlook. There would have to be homes, you know, obviously in Thunderbluff, Undercity, and Orgrimmar. You'd have to have homes down here in Gadgetstan. They would, they'd have to completely overhaul the game to have player housing sort of like Tibia, where people can like bid and have sort of like a real estate market in the game. And the game now is too instance-based. Like, there's no such thing as like a server community anymore in WoW. Like, everybody plays together in the game now, right? And to have like a player housing like that, you kind of just need one server. It has to be server-based.
Time is money, friend.
I've got lots to get started on here. Please get me those furs as soon as you can.
Keep it real.
These furs are perfect, Pexligix, so we're off to a great start here.
If you ever need anything, have a good one.
There we go, level 58, guys. We're ready for Outland. Are they perfect? They better be perfect.
Hurry's back.
And we can now get stance mastering. I can't wait to show my friends now. Just wait a moment while I attach these.
Good.
Okay,
If you
so there
ever
we
need
go.
anything,
Can get a little bit more XP here. Why not?
Hurry
Turn these
back.
quests in. Oh, you're back. How were the Yetis?
Keep it real.
Not bad. Let's hope they don't ask for lava or something next, right?
Glad I could help.
All right, one high quality. So there we go, guys. That's all of the... We're not going to continue the quest chains. I would, but I think we should go back to Orgrimmar. We're going to talk to the warrior trainer. We'll get the new talent that we've unlocked. And then we'll get prepared for, you know, going through the Dark Portal and starting our journey in the Burning Crusade. Alright, so let's drive over here. Like, imagine you had houses all here. Homes here, home here. You can go, like, people have, like, you know, decorations and, like, the cool gear they've collected. Items they've collected in their, in their windows. You can kind of look in the house, too. That was a cool thing about Tibia. Like, you could go to a, like, say this was a house, you'd go over the house and the roof would, like, open up for you to view it inside and to see what it's like and see what's inside and see what the person's collected. It's kind of cool. You can kind of like share with the server like who you are and what you've done. Tibia is an awesome game, man. They made that MMO. It's a great MMO. It's too bad that there's just not a lot of people that play it. It's got a small community, though, that keeps playing it, though.
What do you need?
So we got Inner Rage, guys. Reduces the cooldown of Heroic Strike and Cleave by 50% for 15 seconds. That's pretty good. And Stance Mastery, which is passive. You retain up to 25 of your rage when you change stances. Nice. So you can change from defensive stance to, you know, battle stance or berserking, and still keep some of our rage. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode, we will be at the Dark Portal, and we will start our journey in Outland. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.